What's up, folks, and welcome back to Dyce Reacts World. We are staying in London, England tonight. Oh yeah, we are going to be checking out Heroes Among Us. Incident at the Bamber Bridge. Yes, have no idea what this entails. Very much excited to check this one out. We ain't going to waste no more time. We're just going to get right into it, folks. We're going to get right into it. Oh yeah.
Hi, I'm Mitch Mackey, president of Go for Broke National Education Center. We tell the story of the Japanese American soldiers of World War II, of their courage, patriotism, and sacrifice as they upheld America's promise. The promise that in our nation, no one is to be judged by the color of their skin, the nation of their origin, or the God whom they choose to worship. As we all know, our nation is currently struggling with a crisis of conscience. Despite the promise of America, not all individuals in our nation have been embraced by the American value of equality. In recognition and support of the Black community, Go for Broke National Education Center will be sharing stories of Black American soldiers during World War II, of their courage, of their patriotism, and of their sacrifice. They upheld America's promise, and in doing so, provide us today with a moral sense of direction. During World War II, Black American servicemen stationed in England were generally welcomed by their British hosts in ways that were completely opposite of the Jim Crow segregationist practices back in America. Black GIs would drink and socialize in mixed company in British pubs, where they were not only allowed to enter, but were warmly welcomed by the locals. Black soldiers saw around them a very different reality from that which they faced at home, a non-segregated society where they were welcomed as fellow fighters against fascism rather than second-class soldiers. The U.S. Army authorities, however, did not condone this equal treatment. 1943, the 1511th Quartermaster Truck Regiment, a segregated Black unit, was stationed outside the town of Bamber Bridge. U.S. military authorities demanded that the town's pubs impose racial restrictions.
Wow.
The 3 village pubs responded with signs that read, "Black troops only."
Damn.
On the evening of June 24th, Black troops and white locals were enjoying themselves at the Old Hob Inn. At closing time, white military police arrived and tried to arrest Private Eugene Nunn, a Black American soldier, for not wearing the proper uniform. But they were faced with white British soldiers, both male and female, who sided with Nunn and his fellow soldiers. The incident escalated into a fistfight, and the military police were beaten back. Later, the MPs returned with reinforcements, and a battle developed in the street. Shots were fired, and Private William Crossland, one of the Black soldiers, died with a bullet in his back. 4 other injuries to Black American soldiers occurred in a 5-hour confrontation, which ended at the Adams Hall Army Camp. The events of that night led to the death of 1 Black soldier, significant injuries to several others, and the convictions of 27 Black American soldiers, which would later be commuted or overturned. The events in Bamber Bridge highlighted the vexing paradox of race relations and prejudice at the time. Despite the open armed welcome from British citizens, the U.S. Army uniform provided no protection from the racist attitudes embodied by the U.S. Army authorities. After their service, Black soldiers returned stateside with little tolerance for the pervasive and prejudiced Jim Crow laws. but they soon discovered once again that their service provided no protection from the discrimination and racial violence that still permeated America. The harsh reality was that some black veterans were to be lynched, a harrowing image of suppression and racial intolerance. The struggle for equality and social justice continues on today. We at Go for Broke National Education Center honor these Black American soldiers of World War II who served and sacrificed for our nation. And we continue our commitment to ensuring America's promise.
Wow, this was a stark reminder, man, of how far we've come in the world and trying to get rid of certain, prejudices, just a lot of atrocities that have been in times past, and we still, even to this day, have those issues, not to that extent, but it's still there in some pockets, not just in America, but many places around the world. And it's just sad to see that human beings are still are still separated by those prejudices. It's just amazing in 2024, going to 2025, some of those things are still there. It's hard and green. It's not that in your face, but it's there. You can feel it, you can see it sometimes, pop up certain places, but it's there. And yeah, shout out to all those soldiers who fought that fight for justice, and still to this day. And I'm gonna do like Willie D. Now when Willie D does it, the way that his facial expression is on his face, sometimes I just gotta laugh, but I just love the way he does it, especially when he's in agreement, or something. So I'm gonna do it, guys. Shout out to Willie D. Yeah, man. Yeah, this was really, not an eye opener, but I heard ramblings. I've seen bits, clips of some of those things. Not exactly that part, but just what was going on in times past in certain countries. History was my favorite subject at school. I loved history, not just at school, but I just love to learn things from the past. It's just so interesting. Some people might find it boring, which I would say learning it, sitting in a classroom, is kind of boring, but when you actually do research and not just do work in terms of historical work for your school or for your exams, but when you yourself go and do your own research and do cross references, it's exciting to try to connect certain dots, try to make sense out of certain things and form your own opinions. So that part is very, very interesting. Yeah, for those of you guys who think history is boring, you guys are missing out on a lot of passages and stuff. I'm gonna be checking out more from London, England. Yes. What should I check out next? Historically from England. Send me a link, give me some suggestions, and I'll try my best to deliver. If you want to see that long drawn outro that I do, hit me over on Dyce Reacts, where I do music reactions. Yes. This way I'm going to be making my exit. So until next time, peace out.